Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast. Rock Teasy is who I be, and we love to hate.
That's funny. We love to hate. It's your boy Griff, a.k.a. Raider Nation, a.k.a. Mr. Gold Blue, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, and I hate the homies.
And it's your boy Supa Dave, and nobody hates like me. I'm the biggest hater in the world.
That's true.
Oh, and guess what, y'all?
We don't care. But I'm glad you're embracing your hateness.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Right. Let it consume you.
Come on, man. So we got NFL football, college football. Interested to see what Griff's going to talk about with his Michigan Wolverines.
What can we talk about? We got punched in the mouth.
It is what it is, man. Tyreek Hill he didn't get arrested, but he got detained right before the football game with Miami. Dak Prescott, richest man in football right about now, got paid.
My new best friend.
Come on, man. It is what it is. You know, we all kind of expected that to happen. Then we got NFL picks of the week this week. So we're going to see. And also we're going to talk about how we did last week with our picks.
Right.
And we lost another great one, ladies and gentlemen. So, and Tom Brady made his debut as a rookie in the broadcast booth. A lot to get to, man. So let's get it popping. I Hate the Homies starts right now. Let's go.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Supa Dave, Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, Griff call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And Griff be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
All right, so let's start off with football, man. You want to start off with Monday night? Aaron Rodgers, 40-year-old, still looking a little rusty. You know, for one quarter, it looked very promising. Like, okay, the Jets up 7-6.
Let's start off like this, because I was happy on Thursday when the Chiefs played. I forgot who the Chiefs played now.
Ravens.
The Ravens, because just the Chiefs is all that matters to me. But You had football Thursday. You had football Friday. I don't know if you guys watched the game on the Peacock.
It was yep.
With the Philadelphia Eagles and Green Bay Packers.
Sao Paulo, Brazil. Watch that.
And then you had Sunday and you had Monday. All weekend, I've been watching football, man. I've been waiting for this all summer.
I'm hyped.
Yeah, me too. It was always a game on. It was college games on in between, randomly on Friday. Like I'm in heaven.
We'll get to the quick ones right quick. No big surprise with the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Ravens on that Thursday night. Last Thursday, I think we all picked the Chiefs during that game. The one that was surprising was Friday night when Green Bay lost to the Philadelphia Eagles.
No. You picked the Chiefs. Me and Rock picked Baltimore.
Y'all did?
Yeah.
No. I did pick Baltimore, didn't I?
Yeah, I wrote it. I got it.
Thank you for writing it down.
That's right. I did get Baltimore. I got it right here too.
and then Friday night you had, and I actually bought the package for Peacock to see exactly.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I wanted to watch this game to see what.
You could have just called me. I gave you a password.
Oh, damn! I forgot about that. Okay.
Or you could get this on this Fire Stick Nation that we've been trying to get you.
I thought about that. I did. I thought about it.
Hey, Rob, when you put that thing on NCAA and all games
games come up. By the way, man, my TV mate need to be updated, but we'll talk about that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was the only one that picked the Eagles, too, by the way. Both of y'all picked Green Bay.
And Green Bay, the shocking part about Green Bay, well, first of all, you had Saquon Barkley, who came from the Giants to the Philadelphia Eagles. He had 3 touchdowns in this game. Jalen Hurts still looks shaky to me. It's still something about Jalen Hurts I don't like that I saw. We saw a different Jalen Hurts 2 years ago when they went on that Super Bowl.
I mean,
we would never see that Jalen Hurts ever again.
What
you're seeing right now is he's going to be good enough to be in there, but it's not going to be the 2 years ago Jalen Hurts, in my opinion.
What you about to say, Griff?
Well, what we watching is maturity. It was so much expectations on him. We know how the Eagle fans are. I think he came right in, did what he needed to do, got them boys super duper deep in the playoffs. Last year they looked awesome, but then them last 6 games they only won 5. So the pressure this year is on the Eagles to can they keep that same momentum. But right now, it's between the Cowboys. To me, it's between the Cowboys and the Eagles. The Washington, that boy from LSU, he looked.
The game Friday night went back and forth. But I think the worst part for Green Bay, they lost Jordan Love for 4 or 5 weeks now.
Oh,
That's
did they
gonna hurt
say
He
5
got
weeks?
hurt
I
at the
thought it
end.
was just a game.
That's
He got
gonna hurt him.
He got
And
hurt.
Malik Mills.
They're also looking for another quarterback. I mean, you pay these guys all that kind of money, you better have a quality backup.
He was a backup for Tennessee, and
Don't do it. Don't say it. I know where you're going, Rock. Do not say it.
Colin Kaepernick.
I knew
I
it.
knew you was gonna say that.
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick probably is the only person who hates football season because everybody keeps saying, Colin, when you going? I know he want to be left alone. He like, they won't hire me.
I took the money, and I'm 45 years old now. He's done.
Listen,
out.
I'm signing Colin. If I'm GM and I need a quarterback, I'm signing Kaepernick just because.
Well, Green Bay's in trouble right now. So it's about
Green Bay is in now you're Detroit. Now I thought it was between Detroit, Green Bay.
And now Minnesota. Minnesota's not shabby with Sam Darnold. We saw what he did.
I mean, one game. Let's not get on the Minnesota train. Stop it, Dave.
No, I mean, just that division being tough now.
Man,
I thought it was going to be between the Bills, the Detroit Lions, and Jordan Love, but Detroit showed in overtime that they wasn't punks. The grit is still there, and I was happy for you.
Well, we'll get to them. I think the biggest part was
what do he want to say?
Go on, say it, man.
The Lions have no competition in the division.
I'm just saying, we're running away with the division.
Caleb Williams can't get.
Man, come on.
You know what?
I'm rooting for Caleb, but man, come on, it's Lion Nation, baby.
I know I owe you $10, and now Griff.
I owe him $5.
Is it
What
5?
you mean? No, you lost 2.
Yeah, it was double or nothing.
What was the double or nothing on though?
The Michigan-Texas game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I owe you 10.
But don't worry, Griff. Remember, we get our money back because he said the Jets was going to be in the playoffs. The Jets were going to be in the playoffs.
$20 for the whole
$20 bet. That was a $20 bet for that one.
Okay, but I lost this 10. Since we're talking about it, are we? Well, the Raiders look. Here goes what's crazy. The Raiders, we looked good for 3 quarters. The defense was out there good, and then we just fell apart in the 4th, dog. It was cool till it wasn't. And
are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, here's the surprise with the unsurprised face. We don't have a running back.
Okay.
We don't have a quarterback.
Yes.
It's hard to have a football team without a running back and a quarterback, dog. So I don't know.
And that's why y'all gonna finish at the back end of the division.
And what did he say last week? Where did you have the Raiders finishing? Huh?
I mean, it's just we 0-1, dog. It's fine.
Don't lose all that credibility. Don't lose credibility making a stupid. I know you love your team, but you just said it. You just said what they don't have.
Well, we don't have. So maybe it's a transfer portal for the NFL. I don't know. If it is one, Green Bay need it, and we need it.
It's called free agency.
Well, let's get to the big story that happened on Sunday, right before all the NFL games kicked off. This is the reason I wasn't going to talk about it throughout the summer, because we knew this was going to happen. We saw it with CeeDee Lamb getting his money from the Cowboys. People are going crazy when they signed Dak. The Cowboys had nothing else. So on Sunday, hours before the game, they inked the deal between Jerry and the Cowboys with Dak Prescott for what? $240 million?
$60 million a year.
$60 million a year. $231.
Guaranteed.
$1 more million than what? Who else got that money? Deshaun Watson got $230 guaranteed. Dak got $231.
Let me tell you why Jerry Jones is a genius. This was all part of his game plan.
I agree.
What better way for your quarterback to wake up on game day to open up the season and receive a text message saying, "Hey, here's how much we're going to pay you. Here's your new deal. Congratulations." Man, Dak was like, "Yo, it's time to ball out."
Get off your back real
Come
quick.
on, man. To open up the season with that kind of energy, it was all part of the game plan, and I love it. It's brilliant.
But this is the one thing that makes me mad about people in our field or the media, period. They went crazy for 2 months, wondering if he was going to be signed with the Cowboys. No matter what happened last year when the Cowboys played Green Bay at the Death Star at Cowboy Stadium, and they were embarrassed in that game. Even then, I told you guys, I didn't want him to get signed, but it ain't my money. They didn't go out and draft another quarterback. They got Trey Lance, and we saw what Trey Lance was all about during training camp, and he wasn't good. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. He's not an NFL quarterback.
Did they keep him on as a third string, or was he on the practice squad?
Yeah, he's on the third. Yeah, he's the third guy, but we'll never see him this year. And you're paying him $4 or $5 million right now to be the third string guy.
Let me tell you something. The way that he taking that $4 or $5 million and saying to all his friends, "Yo, they still got me on the squad, dog." Shut up. Hold on. Let me call you back. Here go coach.
I ain't gotta mess around with you risking that CTE. No, I'm good.
I throw the balls out of bounds during practice, and no one cares, dog. And I still get a check twice a month. It's crazy.
I'm good.
He got his money. Dak got his money. And when the Cowboys played I picked the Cowboys. I forgot. I don't know who you guys picked in this Cleveland.
We all picked Dallas.
Right.
Okay. We did?
We all picked Dallas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. But when you look at what happened in this game, it's the Cowboys defense. Cowboy defense looked good. They did what they
they look real good.
I told you the one guy that I was most impressed with during the offseason they went out and got was Mike Zimmer, because he was here before. Even when Parcells was here, Parcells kept him around.
Mike Zimmer was there back then?
Yeah, he was there. He was
so he's just coming back. So he already know what's expected. He already know he ain't all new to this.
And he's a different kind of coach. He's kind of in that position with Bill Parcells. He doesn't take crap. He loves his players, but he's not trying to be friends with you. It's about business on the field.
Well, since we're talking about Dallas and let's talk about Cleveland for a minute, dog. Deshaun Watson has a real problem.
He's done.
He's been accused of sexually assaulting another female in October of 2020. I read the whole thing. Dude has a serious problem, and I don't know how Cleveland is going to be able to keep him. This is before the masseuse stuff, and
they're gonna have to wash their hands and just take a loss on this one, bro. And it's gonna happen.
It's a $250 million loss, but when you took him, he was already creepy McCreep. And now, and here's why the allegations are leaning towards the woman being right. Is she saying the same thing them 66 masseuse chicks said? She's saying the exact same thing, except this time he was aggressive. Like, Deshaun Watson seriously has a problem. He had such a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He was a quarterback that didn't get in trouble. He was good. He was bringing Houston to the top, and then now the nasty Rockford files come out.
Let me tell you something. Here's what's about to happen. If Cleveland loses this week, this lawsuit just gave Cleveland the out. I know it's still early, but that's a reason for them to say, okay, Deshaun.
Out of what? Not out of the money, because the money's guaranteed.
No, he gonna get the money.
No, they got to eat that.
Put him on the bench.
Rock said they got to eat that.
Put him on the bench and say, "Come on, second string," because we're gonna this.
But you don't want to have
this would be phase number one of
females outside of the stadium talking about rapists.
And you 0-2. You coming out the box 0-2, and this is happening. This is gonna be the easy way for them to put him on the bench.
Now we can sit up and say the Cowboys. Now I was impressed with their defense. Now he didn't have his right tackle or his left tackle, the starters playing for him. So the Cowboys were aggressive. They went out and made him look real bad. But again, he hadn't played in I don't know how long. He didn't play that last year in Houston. They had him on the bench. So it's almost been like almost 3 years since he's really played a complete season. He's played here and there, but he's gotten hurt. That was the other part. I don't see him being an NFL quarterback anymore.
His mind is gone, bro. He can laugh and smile all day long. He shook.
Can I just read what for people listening going, well, what he doing? Why was he not? Let me just read some of this. The lawsuit says that Watson met the woman, a single mom, at a Houston restaurant, managed to get her number. He was reluctant to meet her again, and she ain't want to go out with him in the public, so she said, come to the crib. On the evening of the date, she said Watson was having trouble finding her apartment and began aggressively yelling, screaming on the phone, saying he ain't have time for this. And the lawsuit alleges that while she was applying makeup in her bathroom, the woman then found Watson completely naked on her bed, lying face down on his stomach. Then he requested the woman to massage his buttocks, and the woman tried to appease Watson by rubbing his back rather than his buttocks. Watson then turned over and said, massage from his knees to his groin. The woman told Watson she was not a masseuse, to which Watson asked her what she wanted to do instead. Before the woman could answer, Watson partially disrobed Jane Doe and penetrated her vagina without consent. Come on, man.
Before we continue this, make sure we say allegedly.
You're right.
We said allegedly.
Okay, let's make sure.
Nobody said it. Here's the problem. Allegedly is what courts say. Like allegedly mean it's some court coming up and a judge and a jury and some, them is all things that you ain't got. Dog, the first week of the season, like Rock said, we don't need that. And we 0-1. Like, everybody like 0-1, shake it off. But we can't have we couldn't believe. Remember, we couldn't believe that he got the job with Cleveland. I don't know why he did that too. Didn't we try to figure that out last time?
Yeah, first you got balloons, you got thumbs up popping up.
Don't it do something else with you?
John Cena. I ain't know what you're doing.
Anyway.
Listen,
man. What a crazy story. Because
I know, but look at it. Were y'all impressed by him on the field Sunday?
No.
He looked like the worst quarterback in the NFL.
I think he knew that this was gonna come out, and his agent then was like, like Rock said, he in his head.
Yeah, but you still gotta perform, Griff. They're paying you to perform on the field. He still looked bad on the field.
Yeah, but
90% middle, sir.
His closet is being emptied out of all the. Hell, dog, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. And then you talking about people with daughters. All of us have daughters. And I told my sons, never, ever take a woman's anything.
Right.
It's 17 gabillion million women in the world. And worst case scenario, go buy you some.
Come on.
Go buy you. You know what I'm saying? I'm being
There's brothels out there.
Worst case scenario, you could go to any street in America and go buy you some. Deshaun Watson should not be excluded. Deshaun, buy you an escort, dog, and tell her, when you go in the bathroom, pretend like you don't see me and I'll be on the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get your nasty on, dog. That's what these escorts do. Whatever you want them to do. But doing it to people that's not in that lifestyle, dog, come on, man.
I don't think any of us saw this coming. And that's why I always say you can't judge a book by its cover. You got to open that book. We saw Deshaun Watson at Clemson. We saw him battle against Alabama. We thought this was a great kid.
He was in Atlanta in high school, and he was the ball boy for the Falcons, and he was just getting better and better, being a ball boy, throwing the wide receivers in the NFL, learning routes, getting like they was like, yo, all the wide receivers was like, this kid is next. He's rocket scientist smart though. He not a
No, he's not a dumb shit.
The dude graduated
and
came back to school to win the championship. Like, I mean,
he's done. He's done as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he even if he's still starting for Cleveland 3 or 4 weeks from now.
3 or 4.
I don't really think, but we have the last time we saw the best of Deshaun Watson was in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland spent all that money on this guy, and they're not getting anything back on what they spent on him. Nothing. I think this is the biggest bust, more than what Denver did with Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, Denver had to eat that too.
Yeah, but I think this is worse. This is worse. At least Russell came out. At least Russell played on the field. We ain't seen Deshaun on the field. And then when we do see him, we go, this guy's terrible.
Hands will be washed next game, please.
But we got to pick.
We're gonna drive ourselves crazy.
I know, but I guess the game from Monday night. This is your boy, Aaron Rodgers. He finished up.
He picked the Jets too.
Yeah, that was my upset. That was my upset bet. Yeah. But see, here's the deal. He was rusty. And it is what it is. Will he be able to go back to old version of Aaron Rodgers? Probably not.
No, sir.
No, probably not. Will he be decent this year? Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's gonna play the way he played. And it was like 2 drives that he looked like old Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, it was 2 drives. Like, okay, yeah, that's like okay. Now that's Aaron. We know. I think he's gonna have probably more games like that than not. Is he gonna be MVP? No. Do I still think they can backdoor into the playoffs if he stays healthy? I think if they can get some kind of running game, if Breece Hall can get loose, I think they can backdoor into the playoffs as a wild card or whatever.
I mean, that's what you're hoping. You bet us. But
absolutely.
Ain't no way they're going to play.
And I'm sticking to my doggone pick.
And I'm sticking to mine. That's fine. There ain't no way you go see Aaron. I told you this 2 or 3 weeks ago. You're saying everything I said about Aaron Rodgers. We're not going to see the best of Aaron Rodgers. That was 3 years ago when he won the MVP. Even his last season at Green Bay, he wasn't the best. So that's why Green Bay was easily ready to get rid of him, because they had Jordan Love, a young guy ready to take over. And they didn't have to deal with this Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, they wasn't easily. I mean, they just figured.
Why was it
expiration? It's an expiration on them great Green Bay quarterbacks.
I know, but the point is they still let him go. They didn't fight for him, did they?
No, they ain't fight for him at all.
Easily, because they knew what they had behind him, which was
Jordan. Hey, that Jets coach gonna get fired. Let's just go ahead.
Oh, he's gone.
Bald-headed looking dude that looked like a wrestler. He gonna get fired. The offensive
coordinator that came along with was his name Paul Hackett? That was he was with the Denver Broncos. He the one that got Russell got him fired.
Doug, what they gonna do in Charlotte for reals? The Panthers is this Bryce Young, Doug. Bryce Young is too short. He's too little.
No,
they're not letting that dude. He's gonna keep getting charged in the jaw because he cannot be having fun in the NFL, dog, in his second season.
Let's take you back to 1982. There was an organization called the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that popped in on the scene with the bright orange uniforms that looked like a JV high school football team in the NFL that was getting drummed in. They were just getting every week. This is what the Carolina Panthers has become. They are the team that everybody's picking on every single year. And poor Bryce, like, he's doing the best that he can, but I don't think he's what everybody thought he was going to be. And he's with a franchise that ain't got no kind of support for him.
With a franchise who don't care. Is he gonna be good? Is he not? Who's in college right now?
Well, first of all, how can you be anything when they gave away all those picks to the Chicago Bears?
I know
to get him. You have no offensive line.
I forgot about that.
You have no running game. You gave your best receiver to the Chicago Bears with that trade.
And you let Christian McCaffrey go. Like, come on, man.
You left him with nothing. I like Bryce Young. I think he's going to be a great player somewhere else and not with the Carolina Panthers.
Where are you going to be a great player at?
Once they have to get rid of him.
But where, though? Like, who going to start him?
Yeah, the Raiders will start him right now if y'all had a chance to bring him in.
There you go.
Tell me you wouldn't.
I mean, we'd start you, Dave. So
no.
We don't.
I think Bryce is a solid backup, in my opinion.
Brock, but how
He
can you
ain't
say that?
proved to
Hey,
be
you
a
never seen him
solid
play.
starter.
He doesn't have talent behind him. He doesn't have talent with this team.
As of right now, I base my decision off of what I've seen. He's a solid backup.
He's not a backup. He's a starting quarterback. The one thing I hope that doesn't happen to him is that being in Carolina doesn't break him mentally.
He can't be having fun. Baker Mayfield looked like he was having fun.
No,
Baker
Mayfield
good.
Look, you may want to put Baker in the conversations of MVP this year.
Let
me tell you something.
Oh, come on, Rock.
Let me tell you something.
It's already this right with me. Don't do that.
Let me tell you something.
Baker.
No,
I like to give people props, but that's out of my prop range.
Would you like me to indulge and explain?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So this version of Baker Mayfield, which he switched into mid-season last year, the version that's not talking, the version that's very humble, the version that's, you know what, I really appreciate this new opportunity. That right there, just going out and just balling and being the best teammate and leader that he can be.
That's what you want.
He wasn't supposed to lead Tampa Bay to the playoffs last year, and he's already off, picking up where he left off this year with a full season with that mindset. His numbers are going to put him into conversations of MVP. Will he win it? Probably not. But his numbers are going to be good enough to at least, hey, you got to at least talk about this guy. Look what he's doing.
It's between him and the Saints.
Come on, man.
Falcons ain't going to do nothing, and Charlotte's out of it.
He said MVP. He said MVP conversation.
MVP conversation. Watch what I tell you.
He's not even the same class with Patrick Mahomes.
I said conversation.
He ain't even in the conversation. You put him in the conversation.
How do they base MVP? They go off what? Statistics?
The numbers, yes.
The numbers.
His numbers.
All I'm saying is his numbers are going to be good enough to be in the conversation. Now, I'm not saying give him the trophy, but he's going to be in the conversation. You're going to have Patrick Mahomes. You're going to have Lamar Jackson. You're going to have 4 or 5 other players in the same conversation. He's going to be one of them. That's all I'm saying.
We're not mad at you. We'll quote you in 11 weeks.
There you go.
Make another bet because he won't be in the conversation.
I need to send him my $10.
Genius has spoken.
Well, with the picks, me and Dave, we tied for 9, and Rock got 11.
Come on with it, son. Dave, you want to say something?
We all ate that Bengals. We never saw the Bengals.
I should have known that the Bengals start off slow.
Joe Burrow looked like an idiot.
New England out of nowhere.
Joe looked like Joseph.
Jerry, Coach Mayo.
But we all know that's not going to be. We know Joe going to bounce back.
And the one thing about Mayo, what he did, what Bill Belichick didn't do, I don't know if you guys saw this. He opened up that locker room. We got a chance to see the inside the locker room after
they was having fun. They was having. I mean, he played. He was an awesome NFL. He's a Pro Bowler. He was sweet. He got respect from the. I mean, that's what you want. That's. He's starting from the bottom, but getting that first win out the gate was amazing against the Bengals too. Like he deserved the Gatorade.
And the Bengals are going through this. The Bengals are going through the same thing that every team that has to pay that quarterback eventually has to. You start losing players. You lost Joe Mixon,
who was a outstanding running back.
Joe Mixon, that joker is back.
Who is that?
Joe Mixon. Like,
yeah.
He running like, oh my goodness, I couldn't wait to get up out of here so I can. He running like he a rookie trying to make a team.
You have the controversy with
Chase.
With Chase, you got to sign him, and he already told you what he wants. He wants a penny more than what Justin Jefferson got. How petty is that?
I love it. They boys though.
I know they
boys. They homies in real life. That's good. Speaking of running backs, that running back who nobody knew of from the 49ers on Monday Night Football, that dude changed the world, which means anybody can run in that offense. But Christian McCaffrey did not have to worry about anything. He got a backup that's going to let him rest. That dude was running.
Still want Christian for the long haul. But
no, absolutely. Yeah. No, it was a. I mean, I won't say it was a fluke. Dude been in the league. He been grinding. Like, I mean, he that line was open. Yeah, that line was beautiful.
Line is the biggest.
Because Debo was running back there too. So,
well, you said line, which is close to Lions.
Big overtime win.
Come on, man. Let's go, man. The reason why I'm excited about that course, I'm excited about the win, but how we won.
Yeah.
Because sometimes teams like the Lions in the past, we lose those games. We find a way to lose those games. So now that we learn how to win those kind of games, oh man, Super Bowl 59 champs, let's go.
Got to be happy for the Lions fan, man.
All this stuff out right now. He's throwing from Baker Mayfield in the conversation. Detroit Lions been Super Bowl champs.
Let me tell you something. I love a fan like that. And we was at a packed Raider bar. And when I tell you that last interception that Minshew threw, and we was all like, good night. And just, we ain't even say goodbye to each other. People just I had a horrible week in football on both sides, college and NFL. We done with the NFL.
So now everybody that plays the Raiders each and every week, they get a bye week, right? That's their bye week.
You dirty.
I'm just asking the question. I can't answer the question.
You dirty. We got to get it together, dog. And it ain't going to happen. It can't be in October. We got to get it together on Wednesday.
So can we shift to college, man? We done with the NFL, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Griff, we got to start with. I told you Texas was going. It wasn't even going to be a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of NFL. When we come back, we'll talk about Michigan.
So I told you it wasn't going to be a game. It was a blowout. Now they let their doggone foot off the gas. Michigan, I think, scored another late touchdown. It didn't really mean nothing, whatever. But Texas is for real, y'all. Like for real. They're going to be one of the top 4 teams in the playoffs.
I saw him play the whole game, and you are absolutely right. Their defensive tackles were monsters. Their linebackers were fast. That boy Ewers, the quarterback, it has a high football IQ. They wide receivers is as quick as they always used to be. And here go the hammer. They took the gas off of us, but normally they go ahead and put 45 points on somebody. Then they bring in that Manning boy, and he come in and throw a couple touchdowns or run for what, like you know what it felt like? It felt like the bully beat up your dad. You know when you tell the bully,
that's a good one, dog.
That's okay.
I'm gonna go get my dad.
I'm gonna go get my dad. And he say, get your dad. And then your dad come over there and he just mop up your father. Now both of y'all. Now your dad mad at you saying, why you starting things with that little boy?
Oh, like on Friday, like on Friday.
It sucks so bad now, and probably why it sucked the most because we hadn't lost a home game in 23. It's the visual, right?
Can you imagine getting whooped in front of your son?
Yes, hard to.
Oh man,
nobody's saying nothing in the car, and then right before you get home, your dad go, now don't tell your mama about.
Do you lose respect for pops or what? I mean, what kind of feeling do you have as a son looking up to
you tell your son, don't tell your mama, but then your son turn around at you and say, what you gonna do about it if I do?
Wow.
He ain't afraid of you no more.
Right?
He ain't afraid of
you. Dad, you soft.
I would like to say this on behalf of Michigan. I know Ohio State people is laughing, but I hate y'all anyway. Until we figure what you can't do. And I love what college football is doing this year. You lose a close game to an unranked team, you will fall. I like that.
Yeah.
Because Oregon went from 3 to 7 to 9. You know what I'm saying? Oregon barely beat Boise State. Barely. So
Boise State is pretty good. Don't
Boise State ain't sorry. But when you ranked and they not, this year, college football is making you pay for it. And I like it. We done failed at 16, but
let me say this about what you're talking about with Michigan. Texas, we already know what Texas is. Because what Texas did over the last 3 or 4 years, they improved on the defense.
Do it to Georgia.
Defensive and offensive line. They've improved on
do it to Alabama.
What's that? What do you mean?
Texas. Don't come whooping up on us.
No, yeah,
we're not worried about y'all.
But I think the one thing with Michigan is, and we found this out early. When you got a quarterback, you got a pretty good offensive line. You got a pretty good defensive line. But if nobody believes that quarterback,
you said it, dog. You cannot run a two-headed monster. A two-headed monster will die, dog.
Yeah.
And The boy that we starting, so we finally get us a black quarterback in the last 25 years that's been shaped like one of these Ohio State quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Then they don't use him. And then here go the dumb part. And even I said all of Texas, they bring in Orgy on 4th and 2. Everybody know you gonna run, dog. It's a quarterback sneak with the black quarterback.
Yeah.
Why not pass it? You can throw.
Because you have no confidence in your quarterbacks.
I know.
That's it. I mean, that's the reason why.
And then Donovan Edwards can't be sweet because let me tell you something. The way Texas was shutting down that running game, you was right, Rock. It sucked. I had a horrible weekend in football.
I think the one team you better worry about that his coach may be on the hot seat. Not on the hot seat. That seat is like burning right now. Notre Dame. Who's in Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois.
So
Notre Dame, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
At home. No, at home.
No, at the crib, dog.
What does that prove?
All the people that went to Northern Illinois Huskies, right? And out of all the names I could really even know was probably the running back, Michael Turner. But they had like 37, 41 people go to the end. You remember Michael, and look at both of y'all going, who? Michael Turner played for the Falcons for a minute. He had a couple good seasons. I think it was him and Cordell Patterson was kind of going back. What you about to say, Rock? It don't matter.
I want him to say what he going to say. Because don't say pass reporter.
Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. What does this prove, ladies and gentlemen?
It doesn't prove anything.
My theory of the playing field is being leveled because of NIL and the portal. That's all I'm saying.
You know what, Rob? On behalf of the NCAA, you're right.
Come on, dog.
When Northern Illinois can beat Notre Dame,
come on,
you
man.
are absolutely correct in your stance.
Come on, man. I don't know why
the NCAA speaking. This ain't Griff.
I don't know why Supa Dave just won't admit it.
All, they're coming off a win beating Texas A&M at College Station just a week ago.
Who did?
Notre Dame.
I know.
Hold on. You're coming into this game not respecting Northern Illinois.
Very
had nothing to lose.
Very
had nothing to lose in this game. And your quarterback is shaky for Notre Dame. That's we just talked about Michigan has not having
that boy from Duke.
Okay, then. Same thing. It ain't being even. It's not being played out as on the same level. It's not. You had a team that just beat somebody the week before, a ranked team, Texas A&M. Now you come into this game, you're not taking these guys serious, and you got your ass beat. That's it. And it's on coaching and players. That's it.
Well, I want to look at. Let me tell you what the teams are now. Well, this is a random one. They got Texas at number 2. Texas is number 2 now. I'm not mad at that. I don't like how they drop. Well, we're above Notre Dame, and then this week I think we got Arkansas State. So who knows what?
Hey, dog. Hey, this is why college football is
and then
super
next
exciting.
Week we got USC.
But with Rock, I'm gonna kill his theory about everything's being even playing out right now. I know it's not. You look at the top 10 right now. These are the same top 10 teams we've seen over the last 3 or 4 years. Nothing has changed. Notre Dame is the one guy that every now and then creeps in because people want them to creep in because they have their own network. But then in the end, they creep out. They're not in the top 10. The same top 10 teams we see right now, Penn State, Tennessee, Mizzou, Mississippi, Alabama. Those are the teams we normally see. That's it. It's no different.
Ole Miss will they got it.
They'll fall out.
Yeah, they got Tennessee will too. Penn State will definitely fall. Can't be mad at Miami at number 10. We got USC in a couple weeks. That ain't gonna be fun. Kansas State will definitely fall. They're 14 right now. But shout out to Boston College and Northern Illinois pulling up 25 and 24.
Well, let me tell you a team that's never.
Come on, dog. I love it.
That's never going to be in there. It's never going to be in the top 25, and that's Colorado. Now I know we all saw.
Not this year.
That was the other game that was supposed to be the highlight for college football on Saturday.
Not really. Not really. Who said that?
It was. Yes, it was. It was
other than the hype. No, I picked Nebraska to win that game.
I didn't say you. I said that was supposed to be the hype game.
No, because they didn't have no other games. They was like Michigan, Texas, and Colorado, Nebraska.
But Colorado's going to be hyped because of primetime Deion Sanders. That's where the hype is. We already that's nothing new. And the way the game happened, the way the game turned out, that doesn't surprise anybody. We all kind of felt that.
You watched the game, yes or no?
I didn't watch all of it.
Okay, let me just say this.
You watched the whole game?
I watched the whole game.
Oh,
and I think I said this last week, and I'm going to keep saying it each and every week. I'm not going to talk about them anymore because there's nothing to talk about. This is a trash ass team with a trash coach.
That's a little harsh. That's a little harsh.
Yeah, this is a trash. You didn't improve on the two things you needed to improve on.
Number one was that line.
Offensive line and defensive line. All I heard from you during the offseason, this offensive line is going to be different. I don't want to hear about what you said about what's going to happen in the third year.
But remember, I kept asking, who have Colorado picked up to say?
Nobody, because Deion doesn't recruit those guys. He recruits special players. That's fine. But you're not going to win with special players. How do you win? We just said about Texas. We just said about Michigan and all these other schools. You win on the offense and defensive line in the trenches. And they've done nothing. You can't even run the ball. You're asking Shador, who I think is a good quarterback. Just last week, everybody was saying he's at a Heisman talk. He's out of that right now. He ain't even close to being in that. He had a terrible pick in this game inside his own 10-yard line. When a veteran like him, you don't throw that ball. When you know your guy.
I know he won out of school, dog. I know he making almost $5 million, dog. But I know he I want out of school because Colorado is not it.
Colorado is a freaking circus. That's what it is. It ain't even a soap opera anymore. It's
once again,
circus. And you saw on the sideline with Travis Hunter, he was acting on the sideline. He was going crazy on the sideline, and he's probably going, how can I transfer out of this mess?
Well, he's not transferring. I didn't see the game. I only caught a little blurb of it, but I did hear the stories, and I heard the stories that even you're talking about. So if all this stuff happened, which obviously it did, because everybody talking about it, you can't from the Travis Hunter perspective, you can't do that. Shador, you got to be better than that.
He left the game with 3 minutes left. We can say he had a concussion, and they were trying to make sure he was okay.
Did he have a concussion?
That's what they're saying.
I mean, if he had a concussion and they escorted him to the locker room, then okay, that's a legitimate reason.
He took a pretty good. They were lighting his ass up. They had 5 sacks. They had 7 sacks last season. They had 5 in this game.
Shador not having fun in football.
And they were tagging up every single time they got a chance because the one thing, and this goes on coaching, you know what you had to improve on from last season. This is your boy. You brought him. Deion brought his boys in here to showcase them.
Yep.
It ain't about the team. It's about showcasing his boys. So if you're going to showcase your guys and showcase Shador, why didn't you get him protection? That's number one. Why didn't you get him the best friend for any quarterback is a running game? He has no running game.
Best friend
for them. They were horrible. And there was one play, Rock. I thought about you when this happened. This is going into before the half. It was 1 minute left. Colorado had time to maybe go down the field, they weren't going to score a touchdown, put a field goal up, and maybe have something good to look at when they come out in the second half. 1 minute left. They're driving down the field. They got to the 45 of their 45-yard line. The guy didn't go out of bounds. It was like maybe 40 seconds left. All the commentators going, call timeout. You had 2 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody called a timeout until how much time was left on the clock. 11 seconds. And your dumb ass don't call a timeout then. That was a dumb. You just made yourself look even more like an idiot because you just let the clock run out. Let the clock run out then.
So wait a minute. Where were they at on the field when it was 11 seconds? Huh? When it was 11 seconds left, where the yard line were they on?
It was 40 seconds left at the 45.
On their 45 or on the other team, opponent's team, in Nebraska?
On their 45. Nobody called a timeout.
Right. They should have called a timeout if they got 2. Because if they haven't crossed the 50 yet, then you got to call a timeout. And
period. You got 2 timeouts. What you saving them for?
Yeah, right. You can't save
timeouts. So where were they when there was 11 seconds left? They were still on their side of the ball?
That's when he called a timeout. He didn't move. That's what I'm saying. It went from 40
Listen, I'm with you when you're right. Absolutely. You got to call a timeout right there.
And who's that on? Tell me who's that on.
That's on Prime. He's a coach.
Okay. All right.
But let me back up. When it comes to it's all about his specialty players, not about the team. It's both. He's the first one that'll tell you, Listen, my goal and my job as coach is to get my players to the NFL because that's what they want. And I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make that happen, to put them in a position to win, starting with my son, starting with my Travis Hunter, who's kind of his adopted son, whatever, and then all the rest of my players. It's both. It's both. So you ain't got to go that far talking about it's only about his sons and that's it.
We can preach all day. It is about his son.
Of course, but it's also about the team too.
Which is
let me give y'all a perfect Dave Rock. Let me give y'all a perfect example of what Colorado is. Remember when Popeye's chicken sandwich first came out?
Yep.
And they couldn't keep them in the restaurant, and you couldn't get one. I still ain't ate one. And now, what they talk about? Nothing.
And that's the same way I feel about this team. They're
not my chicken and Popeye.
they have not done anything to, and this is on Dion. This is on Coach. Well, I'm not calling Coach. This is on Prime. This is on him. This is his mess. This is his circus, and it is a big mess on that sideline. It's a big mess, but he got to clean it up. And
at the end of the day, with despite whatever you call it, circus, mess, whatever, you can use all these kind of words. Colorado is still gonna finish over 500. It may be only one game, but they're gonna finish over 500.
How are they gonna do that? Because you can't run the ball. Now every team gonna be tagging.
That's gonna be tough.
Hey, they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way.
Yeah, but how they gonna find a way? Because they haven't found a way yet. It's been a year and a half.
There's ways if you don't have a running game. Look, perfect
what
example.
What you gonna do if you got
perfect example?
Tell me the ways.
Perfect example. Look what New England did, and Tom Brady and Belichick did for a few years when they didn't have legitimate dog-nosed running backs. There's ways that you can say,
but they were getting random running backs who was always rushing for 900.
Nope, not every single year. They adjusted the running
game
with
Corey Dillon. When
they had a short man. Most of the running backs in New England during those days they turned into great wide receivers out of the backfield, and they were throwing little flare routes and little short routes because they rushed maybe 15, 16 times a game, but they had about the running backs had like 9 catches. They was having like 9 or 10 catches a game. So that's what they're going to have to do. If they can't run the ball, and far the offensive line and defensive line, they have improved from last year. Are they super better? No, but they're better than last year.
They're not better.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That chicken for Popeyes.
The defensive line didn't even come close to getting sacks last year. At least this year, they had a couple.
In the second half against Nebraska let up off of them. Nebraska played conservative. They could have put 45.
Nebraska's on a whole nother level, bro.
Nebraska ain't played nobody in the Big Ten that don't nobody care about Nebraska. Nebraska is Nebraska every year, and they got to play Ohio State, and Michigan State, and a whole Oregon and Washington. Ain't nobody tripping off of Nebraska, dog.
And let's go back to what you said.
There's certain teams like Nebraska. Iowa, Nebraska, Wisconsin.
Iowa lost to Iowa State. That was the other game I was thinking about.
But absolutely.
This is something you said earlier. I'm going to give you this. I ain't trying to compare them to New England and Tom Brady because Tom Brady's the GOAT. What you said is true. You don't have a running game, you throw it to the flats. You make good decisions. But the problem is, that's why I said Shedeur is not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback because he holds on to the ball too long. He's always looking for the big play.
You're right about that.
Those plays are available. The plays you're talking about, those plays they showed that. Yeah, they showed that. But he's not looking at those plays. He's looking to make the big play down the field, the splash. When you should take what the defense gives.
Take what the defense gives you.
Speaking of Iowa State is the only college stadium that's named after a black person.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only reason I want to go to a game just to be like.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so what else we got in college football? That's it.
That's it, man.
It's not that many games next week. It's not.
Yeah, I was about to say, what did I'm looking at it now. I don't see nothing that's making me go, can't watch the wait.
I think the biggest game that is the biggest game was supposed to be on Saturday night, and it's not even big. Georgia at Kentucky.
Oh no, man.
That's what I mean. There's no big games coming.
Yeah, they are trying to push that Georgia Kentucky game. You funny that you right.
Well, Kentucky jumped out the box last year strong, right? They didn't win like their first 5 games or something.
Here go the game that we really need to watch high key, low key. Number 6 Missouri played number 24 Boston College. Now I told y'all I ain't mad at Boston College. I don't watch.
That's gonna be a good one. I like Mizzou.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game.
Mizzou's a scary team you better watch out for. And they always give Georgia the last 2 years. They didn't win them, but they give Georgia all they wanted in those two games they played in the last couple of years.
If Boston College can get this one, if Boston College can get this one, watch out.
Gonna be talking to they're gonna be talking about Boston super duper different. You absolutely right.
Doug Flutie's gonna come back to surface.
Just saw Doug Flutie.
We gotta make our picks now. We gotta make
NFL
picks. Let's go. All right, coming up, y'all. The NFL picks are next.
I won last week.
Week 1. Football sucked for me over Saturday and Sunday. I was still trying to be like this.
Let's go. Game 1.
Game 1, Thursday night. Bills at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, Miami for me too. What you doing, Dave?
Give me the Dolphins if Tyreek Hill doesn't get detained again. They're in Miami.
So let's talk about that real quick. It was So I got a lot of people in my family that's police officers. My son is a police officer in the Air Force. All police ain't bad. In my life, a dozen police done came to my house and they came to help my mama. So I got respect for the police. No police ain't never put his hands on me ever. And I've been detained a couple times because I talk too much, but I wasn't.
Are we surprised by that part?
Really?
Well, they was like, say another word and you getting arrested. I said, another word and you getting arrested.
Yeah, but no, for real, Tyreek could have handled that a little bit better.
Tyreek could have said, man, I'm Tyreek Hill for the Dolphins. I'm right here by the stadium. I know I might just, if I can get my ticket pretty quick, but he was like, he was a jerk. And then he remembered he was black. Real quick.
He wasn't just a jerk. He was driving kind of crazy too.
He was driving dangerous.
No,
that's what they said.
The only thing that he would have got a ticket for was not speeding, but not reckless driving, because reckless is when you're doing 140 and a 30 or something. He wasn't. He would have got a ticket for no seatbelt and just in some random. But if he was cool,
exactly,
he could have.
I'm saying,
been like, hey, brother,
was he stopped for a reason?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right, that's all I'm saying. He was stopped for a reason. You don't put yourself in that position to be stopped.
But the roll up the window when dude is talking to you, don't hit my window like that. Now,
right. 3 or 4 times he said that. 3 or 4 times he said,
"Give me my ticket, man. Just do what you gotta do. Give me my ticket." Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. It could have went the other way.
Yes.
It could have went Tyreek Hill shot in the face by the police who had on no body cams. How about that? We just happened. So all I'm saying now, Miami-Dade County, they gotta fix this problem because it's the Dolphins. The Dolphins are huge in the state. The police is in Dade County is a huge county in the state. They're gonna have to do some kind of community something.
What are we fixing? You heard the audio, right? So what are we fixing?
Well, Tyreek gonna have to do something with the police and the police athletic league or something.
He was wrong. He was wrong.
Yeah, he was wrong.
Because if that's me, you are Rock in that same situation. And
when the police pull me over, I say, "How you doing, sir? Here's my driver's license. I'm a veteran." You can see, and they go, "Oh, when'd you serve?" So it's all because my voice is already big, so I don't need to say what you do, because that's gonna get me shot in the face, dog. Like you got to.
As long as you don't disrespect me as soon as you come to the car and start talking down to me like I'm a little kid. That's the only thing I don't like.
But you can end all that by having your driver's license and registration in your hand and say, "Here you go, officer." You're going to say, "Thank you." You're going to take his ass to his car and he's going to come back and say, "Now I'm giving you a ticket for doing it." You don't have to. If you ain't did nothing but speed, then eat that speeding ticket.
I got a ticket.
Now, if you got drugs in your car, you should act animated and
yeah. I got a ticket when I was 18. This is part of disrespect. I got a ticket when I was 18, driving in my own neighborhood. The guy pulled me over. I didn't do anything wrong. He just pulled me over because he thought I was a kid. You guys
Well, we kind of still think that, but go ahead.
That was a kid when he pulled me over.
You thought you was 9, stealing joyriding. You was gonna get a joyriding ticket.
So when he came to the car, when he came to my car, I had my cousin in the car with me. When he came to the car, he said, "Shouldn't you be at home watching Bozo the Clown?" Now that pissed me off. That pissed me. That's a point of disrespect. I'm 18 years old. I don't care if I was sitting on phone books. That's fine. But the bottom line was,
police pulled you over and said, "Yes, is. Are you okay? Are you need that thing? Who's driving the car? Who's a big guy? Who's a big guy driving a car? Yes, is. Man, give us these pics, dog.
Let's go, man.
So we all say he was wrong. Do we all agree on that?
Yeah,
Tyreek was wrong. He could have handled that
different.
different.
Could have handled that better.
This is gonna be a bye week for the Ravens. It's the Raiders at the Ravens. It's a bye week. Give me the Ravens.
Oh yeah, Ravens, dog.
Griff?
I'm going with the Raiders.
Man, you losing credibility when you do this stuff.
are,
No, my credibility don't move. We can win. It's just one. They got problems, dog. They worrying about the wrong thing. They worrying about the Chiefs and the MVPs and Super Bowls, and you do us like Northern Illinois. That's how I feel.
Next game.
Oh, it's just the Raiders. Okay.
And Northern Illinois is better than y'all's too. Better than y'all. Northern Illinois is better than y'all too. Browns at the Jaguars. Ugh.
I'm going with the Browns, dog. Even though we just said what we said about Watson.
Deshaun Watson, you going with Deshaun Watson?
I think that defense gonna outlast the Jaguars.
Give me the Jags.
Who you got?
Give me the Jags. Jags bounce back this week.
All right.
The Jets at the Titans. The Jets
will be a good
Monday night game.
That's it.
Jets.
Yeah, I was about to say I might take the Jets in that one too.
Give me the Titans.
All right.
The 49ers at the Vikings.
Oh, 49ers.
San Fran.
Give me the 49ers. The Chargers at the Panthers. Chargers.
Yeah, man, come on.
I feel sorry for Bryce. I really do.
Man, he was such a good kid.
He was a good kid.
I wouldn't pick the Panthers if they was playing the high school JV squad.
Exactly, dog. The freshman. The frost off. That's what they used to call it when we just remember the frost off.
Rock, would you pick the Panthers if they were playing the Raiders?
First of all, Supa Dave,
Let me ponder on that for
dumb
Ask me next
hypotheticals.
week.
The little hypotheticals is unnecessary.
Ask me next week. Next game.
Shouldn't you be watching Bozo the Clown?
I'm not even come back. Don't do that. The Seahawks at the Patriots. They both.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks.
Give me the Patriots.
I'm going Seattle.
Yeah, Gino ain't no punk.
Come on, dog.
The Saints coming off their big win against the Panthers at the Death Star.
That's the division. That's the division game too. So that was big.
Oh man, I think Cowboys at home, man. Cowboys at home.
Yeah, is New Orleans at Dallas?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got Dallas too.
Give me Cowboys. The Giants. The Giants look awful.
Yeah, they
God, they look awful.
Garbage.
Daniel Jones is horrible.
Garbage.
Maybe he's in the race to be one of the worst quarterbacks with Deshaun Watson because they're neck and neck right now.
He's gonna go to the bench after week 3. Who they playing?
Give me the Giants. Giants at the Commanders.
I'm taking Washington.
Yeah, I want to see that boy from LSU. I got Washington too.
Give me Washington. The Bucks at the Lions. Playoff game, divisional game.
This is gonna be a good game, though. No, for real. This is gonna be a really good game, and I'm telling you, man, that Baker Mayfield is crazy. But we at home, Lions, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I got Detroit. Home. Give me Detroit. Who you got, Dave?
Give me the Bucks.
Yep.
The Colts at the Packers. Packers have no quarterback right now. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, give me Indy too, though. Don't nobody believe in Malik Willis.
Richardson got an arm. If he can put it all together, he has an arm on him.
He has potential, dog. That's what they've been saying about him for a minute.
I got Indy.
Yeah.
Give me the Rams at the Cardinals. The Rams bounce back.
Yeah, give me the Rams.
The Steelers at the Broncos.
Is what's his name back?
Right now,
No,
it's
I don't
still
think
Justin
Russell. I
Fields.
don't think Russell gonna be back. You know what, dog? Give me Denver, dog. I'm gonna pick them. This 2 weeks in a row for me for Denver.
I'm going
Give
Pittsburgh.
me Denver. Justin Fields won last week without them scoring a touchdown at all. They got like what?
They got six field goals. I watched the whole game.
But that says something about that. It says something about that defense.
Yeah,
it says something about that defense. I got Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the Broncos. You got me.
Yep.
All right. Bengals at the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Absolutely. Same.
No brainer. Chiefs.
It's not a rivalry. In their mind is a rivalry to Cincinnati, but they don't want that smoke, dog.
Hey, Patrick found his new Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
that boy
Worthy
X is cold. Come on,
yo.
Worthy was cold. He's cold, man.
He got a shiny new toy.
But
he do.
Here's my but. You don't know about the Bengals until really the 4th or 5th game of the season. Right now,
it's week 2.
It's week 2.
Give me Kansas City.
I'm going Kansas City. I didn't say
okay.
Next game.
Bears at the Texans. Caleb Williams.
Houston.
He had a reality check in that.
Yeah, he did.
Houston,
no.
Give me Houston.
Yep.
They scored no touchdowns. He got a special team touchdown, and
the defense looked good. Defense,
good for the Bears.
Bears might go 2-15 this year. I'm just saying.
The Falcons at the Eagles. Anybody leaving Kirk Cousins? The guy that's just take the NFL money. He's taking all the money from the NFL. Guaranteed.
Yeah, Eagles.
He looked awful. He might not last the entire season.
He'll last. 2
picks.
He'll last. The only way he won't last if he get hurt.
They're already calling for Michael Penix right now.
Philly the last game.
Philly and Falcons at the Eagles.
That's the last game.
Yeah.
Monday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the Eagles.
There it is. Yep. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna find out how we did next week. Once again, thanks a lot for what happened. All right, so we lost the great one, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about that next before we get up out of here. So if y'all don't know the late, great legend himself, James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, we all know him. Coming to America.
Dave is wearing a star. Dave is a, if he lived in San Diego, would go to Comic-Con every year, with the Star Wars. I ain't mad at him. I know people who really about that life too.
Yes, sir. King Joffrey, my favorite character of James Earl Jones, man. So he died at the age of 93.
He was Mufasa,
the voice of Mufasa. Cool thing about AI is we'll be able to continue to hear James's voice.
I think you really can. I think you really, really can. Yeah,
for real, man.
That's scary too. That's scary about this AI crap. But yeah.
But they're gonna have to sign that with the family, because I don't know if I want to hear my dead husband or my dead daddy. You know what I'm saying? In a new movie that come out in 2026. Like,
sure, why not? Let the legacy continue.
See, this one hurt me almost like the Prince did, because
of Star Wars.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and it's Darth Vader all day. I think he's one of the best villains.
Yo, dude has been eating. Can I just tell you that voice acting? And let's never forget what they should put on his tombstone. He's an EGOT.
Yes.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Like, he's not he's not just a voice actor. He's not, you know what I'm saying? He has done it all. And I remember him from Roots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I forgot about that. Yeah, Roots. And then
Roots.
2 of my favorite movies that him and Harrison Ford was in together, Patriot Games.
Yeah.
And Clear and Present Danger, the sequel to Patriot Games. So he was a great actor.
Yeah, he lived a good life.
Very consistent. He had an amazing life. I'm sure his family is blessed because of it. But you know, when it's only a handful of EGOTs.
Yes, sir.
And that is and he might be the first black. John Legend just got into it too, but I think he might be the first black EGOT.
No, there's a female.
No, it's Whoopi. Whoopi Goldberg is one. But I'm saying the first one, like he was.
Oh, he was the first. Gotcha.
First African American person who became an EGOT. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Was he in? I think I was thinking about this morning. Was he in Fences?
Absolutely. That's the one that got him the Tony.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. I'm gonna That's my guy. And he came on it's one show I really do like. It's a white show, The Big Bang Theory, because they
love
do
The
all
Big
this.
Bang Theory.
You
It's
like
a great
it?
show? Yeah, it's a great show.
He came on the episode one week with Sheldon. And Sheldon,
did he?
Yeah, Sheldon tried to get him to be a part of the Comic-Con that he wanted to set up. And then James took him around all these different places. It was just different.
Did you ever meet him? I never met him.
I never met him, no.
Yeah, I never met him. He never interviewed him either.
Man, so rest in heaven. Yeah. To James Earl Jones, a.k.a. Darth Vader. Ladies and gentlemen. On that note, ladies and man, did I just say ladies and man?
Yeah, so I'm the second one.
So what does that make you, Dave?
I'm just the kid.
Well, according to that
he's the lady.
A little boy with a hat with a helicopter on it.
Oh man, not the helicopter hat. We about to get ready to get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for telling a friend to tell a friend. Always download, subscribe. I Hate the Homies podcast. Rock Teasy's who I be.
It's your boy Griff, episode 111. Mr. Raider Nation, Mr. Go Blue, Mr. Jason the Jet Terry, and I Hate the Homies.
And it's your boy Supa Dave. One thing we didn't talk about Tom Brady. Do we like him?
Yes. Yeah,
he's
gonna be a great broadcaster.
Yeah.
Tony Romo's still the best, in my opinion. Right
Thank
now.
you. That's my quarterback.
Tony Romo is right now.
That's my quarterback.
He the next John Madden in the broadcast.
Oh my
booth.
God. That's what we agree on.
I like that.
The credibility with me is coming back now, Rock. That's it. Right there. You just showed me right there.
There it is.
But guess what, y'all?
Until he talk about Colorado.
We don't care.
We don't care.
Deuces.
I hate the homies.